Namaste everyone. Welcome to my channel named Gaurav Kumar Jain. So in the last lecture, if you guys remember, we discussed about how can we normalize a data set, right? So we used this function called normalize data for normalizing the data we have in this CSV file. So we are going to continue from here. So after normalizing the data, we need to split it into two different parts. So the first part is going to be the training set for which we are going to make use of for training the model that we'll be using in this machine learning project, and the second part will be for testing the performance of the model. Right, so how can we split the data we have in this normalized form over here into two different data sets, training and testing? That's what I would like to tell you now. So here we can search for split, right, and that's the function with the help of which you can split the data into two parts. You have to bring it here and simply you have to connect this point with the point of the split data. Now if you will try to connect the other point, let me just eliminate this first. If you will try to connect this point with split data, uh, the Microsoft Azure won't allow you to do that. See, it's showing us a red error, right? So it means that we cannot connect these 2 points. Maybe this is for something else and it cannot be connected to split data. But if you will try to connect this point with this point, you will be able to do that, right? So that's what, it's very simple. Microsoft Azure, as I've told you, it's very simple to use, and that's what make it really simple and easy. So then after after putting the split here, you can define the fraction of rows you would like to keep in the training set. Suppose you want to keep 70% of the normalized data for training the model, so you can simply change the percentage to 0.7. So what will happen now? 70% of the data we have over here in this normalized form will go in the training set, and the remaining 30% will be used for testing. So here we need to uh, type train, and there are different options that you will come across over here. So we need to use this train model for this machine learning project, right? And then we can connect the result of split. So as I clicked here, you can see this dot automatically turned into red and this turned into green. So it means that I need to connect this split data's dot with this dot of train model. So that is how we can do it. Oh, why I'm not able to do it? Yeah, perfectly fine. Okay, so after connecting it, the next step is to define the fields for this training model. So let's launch the column selector first of train model. So it looks something like this, and here we can, okay, just a second, I think I am missing something over here. So we have the data set here. Then okay, we need to first select the columns we want to process, which are present in this .csv file. So for that we can just remove this connection from here, and then we can search for select column. Right, so select columns in dataset and select columns transform. These are the two options available in the manipulation group. So we need this one for now, select columns in dataset. Let me bring it down. Fine. So we need to bring it over here. Perfectly fine. And it's time for us to just connect this CSV file to this select columns in dataset. Let's launch the column selector, and here we are going to come on all. No, let me use just a second. If I'll just change it to all features, no, it's not showing me that option. All scores, all labels, no, it is, I'm not getting those options. Let me select this. Let's launch the column selector. Actually, the one which I just saw was of normalized data. Yeah, that's the one I was searching for actually. So we need this marital status. Let's add this to the selected columns list. Then we need gender. We don't need this marital status numeric, so just leave it. Gender numeric, we don't require it. Income, yes, we need this one too. Children also we need. So that is how you can add the required fields to this window over here. Commute. Then if you want to select more than one field in one go, you can use the control key. I do not want this homeowner numeric, so let's leave it for now. And then I don't want this education, neither I want this purchase bike. Rest, everything we can select. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's add everything here. And now it's time for us to, click this check mark. Okay, perfectly fine. Now let me just run these select columns in data set. Okay, input port, I need to connect it to normalized data. I think now we'll be able to get the required output. So it is still showing some error to us over here. Why is it so? Why is it showing us an error? Because we haven't defined any type of model here with which for which we can use this training set. So let's try to find out a model. Let's make use of a linear regression model. So that is how you can find out the linear regression model. You have to put it here, and let's connect this linear regression with training model. So that is how you need to make the connection in between these two things, right? And after that you can do we need this summarized data? I think we do not require the summarized data, so I'm eliminating this for now. So here we have the CSV file, then we have selected the columns in the data set, we are normalizing the data, then we are splitting it into two different parts. So the training part will be used for training the model, and that's the model we are going to train. I think we can now run the code and see whether it will give us the correct output or not. Is it still showing us some error? Yes, it is showing us some error here. Now, why is it showing us this error? That's what we need to check. Value required. Okay, let me see what it requires. Include column names. Fine. I need to, I think, put the names of all the fields here. So we can add income, children, and age, education. Okay, we do not require education. What else can we add? Okay, let's add education, no problem. Fine. Let's go with these four fields for now, and we can click here. It's still input a single column name. Okay, it's asking for a single column name. I think it's fine now if we'll process it on the basis of income. Yeah, let me just run this project and see whether we'll be able to get the required output or not. Okay, so I think, yeah, so we are able to see a green tick over here. Fine, so this step is perfectly fine. We are able to see a green tick here. Green tick here is also visible to us. a green tick here is also visible to us, and we can see a green tick over here too. So we successfully trained the model, right? It's time for us to now evaluate it. How can we evaluate the model? We need to first calculate the score. For doing that, we can use this score model. We can put it here, and then we need to connect this train model with this score model like this, and then we can search for something called evaluation. But before that, we need to define the columns for score model. Just a second, let me just search for it, or else let me do one thing, let me add some more columns to this train model. I think we'll be able to get more accurate result with this. So we can come here on column names, and no, I think it's better if I'll come here and let me. Okay, why is it showing us an error? Input port dataset is unconnected. Okay, input port is unconnected. That is the reason it is showing us an error. So for getting rid of this error, okay, we have not connected this port with the split data, right? We need to connect it to the split data also. So that is how we can do it. Okay, that's, I think now it is perfectly fine. Earlier, the error which was visible to us, now it's not there. So I think we'll be able to get the required output. But for that, now on the basis of this score model, we are going to evaluate our model. So evaluate model can be used for checking the performance. We need to simply connect the score model with evaluate model, and let's run the project and see whether we'll get the required output or not. Okay, so we can see a green tick here, and the data is still getting processed by Microsoft Azure. Okay, we are able to see a green tick over here too. Let's check out the visualization part. So for that, evaluation result, and then we can come on visualize. Let me just show you the result we are getting. So see how simple it is for us to evaluate a model, for us to train a model and then evaluate its performance on Microsoft Azure. So you can see here the coefficient of determination is 0.75, and that's what is telling us about the performance of the model. So we are getting a very good, we have trained a model and its performance is just amazing. It has an accuracy of 75%, and I think if we'll give anything to this model, it will be able to give us the correct output. So that is how we can train a model. We can split a model, and we can use the training set for training the model and use the testing set for testing the model. I hope you guys enjoyed this lecture a lot. Thank you very much for being there with me in this tutorial. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye. Take care, everyone.